Yo, what's up, family? We're back again with another episode of Tax-Free Living. You know what it is. We're teaching entrepreneurs just like you how to live tax-free. I have some major plays for you. But before we get to today's video, if you like the information you've been getting from this channel, if you're loving the tax tips, please go ahead and go ahead and subscribe. And matter of fact, go tell a friend, right? Go tell a friend about the amazing tax saving strategies that you're getting and tell them to tune in so they can start living tax-free in 2023. I'm getting that put on a shirt. How to live tax-free. Let's live tax-free in 2023. Today's topic is the top 5 mistakes that business owners make that cause them to overpay in taxes. And we're not overpaying taxes this year, y'all. We're not giving the IRS a tip. We are not doing that. No, we're not doing that in 2023. So I'm gonna give you the top 5 mistakes and then I'm gonna tell you how to avoid them. So let's get right into it. So mistake number 1 that most people make is that they're scared of taxes. 90% of people are scared of taxes, right? And because they're scared of taxes, they don't look at ways to save on taxes. So they end up paying and overpaying taxes. You know, when I was a kid, we lived on the south side of Chicago. In one of our homes, we had a basement, right? And in that basement, every time I opened the door, there was like a loud howling noise that came out of this basement. A loud howling noise that came out of this basement. According to 10-year-old me, there was a whole wolf in the basement. Like there was a whole wolf in the basement as far as 10-year-old me was concerned. So one day my dad asked me to go in the basement to get something. And I'm like, Pops, the way the basement is set up, like, I don't want to go down there. He was like, boy, go downstairs to get what I asked you to grab. I'm like, Pops, I swear I hear you, but the way the basement is set up, brother, the way the basement is set up, I don't want to go down there. So he did what any father would do. He picked me up and carried me down the stairs. And I had a discovery. I discovered that it wasn't a wolf in the basement, right? It wasn't a wolf in the basement. All that noise was simply a wind going in and out of the window, which caused it to make a howling noise, right? So from that day, I was no longer scared to go in the basement. And on that day, I learned a very important lesson that sticks with me today. And the lesson is this: as human beings, we tend to fear what we don't understand. So the reason that you're scared of taxes is because you don't understand how taxes work. The reason why you're scared of taxes is because you don't understand how the IRS tax code works. And once you understand it, you no longer have to be scared of it. So that's why we have to learn these tax strategies. That's why we have to understand what write-offs mean and how to deduct our expenses and how to leverage the tax code in our favor. The tax code is actually made to benefit us if we allow it to. And you simply stop being scared of taxes by learning about how taxes work, which is why you're tuned into this channel, right? So you're already fixing mistake number 1. So let's move on to number 2. Mistake number 2 is that most business owners are focused on the wrong tax season. There are actually 2 tax seasons. Did you know that? Most people think it's just one. Most people think tax season is January through April. When those 1099s and the W-2s start coming in, most people only focus on taxes during January through April. January through April is tax paying season. But there's another tax season called tax saving season or tax planning season. And tax planning season is July through December. Like that last second half of the year is tax planning season. And if you build a tax plan, right, you won't have to worry about taxes during tax paying season. If you take care of business during tax planning season, you don't have to worry about nothing during tax paying season. Okay, we need to be focused on taxes, not January through April. We need to be focused on taxes July through December during tax planning season. Okay, like the saying goes, if you fail to plan, then you're planning to fail. What we need to be doing as business owners is we need to be locking in with our CPA, right, during tax planning season. So it's July, August, September, October, November, December. These are the months that we need to be doing heavy tax planning, and we need to be locking in on what tax strategies can we employ in our business to help us minimize taxes. Again, if you take care of business during tax planning season, you ain't got to worry about nothing during tax paying season. From now on, then you're going into this year, I want you all to start focusing on taxes during that tax saving window, that tax planning window of July through December. If you do this alone, this will contribute to massive tax savings, okay? So focus on the right tax season, not the wrong tax season. So that's mistake number 2. Mistake number 3 that majority of you all are making, that's causing you to overpay taxes and continue to leave the IRS a tip is missing out on tax deductions. 90% of business owners do not understand all the write-offs that they're entitled to, right? So they end up missing tax deductions, which ends up costing them to overpay taxes. The IRS is not gonna knock on your door and say, hey, Carter, you missed out on some write-offs. You missed out on some tax deductions. Let's give you these back. They're not gonna do that. They're not coming to save you, right? You have to stop missing out on tax deductions and start learning and educating yourself about all of the amazing tax deductions that you're entitled to. There are over 200 tax deductions that every business owner can take. I have an ebook, 200 plus tax deductions that business owners can take, right? So you wanna learn about how to write off your cell phone, how to write off your subscriptions, how to write off your home office, how to write off your travel, how to write off your clothes, which I'm doing a video on very soon, how to write off your cars, right? All of these things can be deductible, but we have to learn how to deduct them in our business, and we have to make sure we're taking our deductions properly. So no more missing out on deductions in 2023. This is the year we're gonna take advantage of all the deductions that you are entitled to, okay? So that's mistake number 3, missing out on tax deductions. Mistake number 4 is not having a tax plan. Again, if you fail to plan, then you're planning to fail. A majority of business owners don't have a tax plan. You need to be sitting with your CPA and developing a tax plan during tax planning season so you can avoid paying taxes during tax paying season. So have a plan. You know, if you have kids, you need to be planning out how much you're gonna pay your kids from your business. You need to have a plan on, do you need a car this year? If you do, let's get a car that's over 6,000 pounds so we can take advantage of the 179 rule, right? Is the Augusta rule in your tax plan where you can rent out your primary residence to your business for up to 14 days a year. There are limitless strategies, but you have to sit with your CPA and develop the best tax plan for you and your situation, right? So that's mistake number 4, not having a tax plan. And mistake number 5, guys, which is huge. This is huge. A common mistake that most business owners make is they have a CPA that works for the IRS. You need to be asking your CPA a question. Do you work for me or do you work for the IRS? And how you know the answer to this question, if your CPA is always telling you what you can't do, what you can't write off, the strategy that you can't take, they're most likely working for the IRS. So you wanna make sure you have a CPA that understands the tax code, that is not scared of the tax code, and that works for you and not the IRS. So those are the 5 mistakes, guys. Again, mistake number 1 is being scared of taxes. Mistake number 2 is focusing on the wrong tax season. Mistake number 3 is missing out on tax deductions. Mistake number 4 is not having a tax plan. And mistake number 5 is having a CPA that works for the IRS when they should be working for you. I really hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Again, if you did, please like and subscribe to the channel. The channel is growing rapidly. We're gonna be at 10,000 subscribers soon. Right? So sooner than later. So please like, subscribe, share this video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Let's go.